Hey guys, so I'm back. Sorry for the unintentional break last week. My week got kind of busy and just stuff happened, so I wasn't able to make a video, but I'm back. Yay! Anyways, before I get things started, this is just going to be a bit of an update video on what I've been working on. And also, I wanted to share something really awesome that happened. If you know me, you know that I am a bit obsessed with Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella on Broadway. I've been following the show almost since it opened, and it's the first show that really got me into Broadway, and it's really special to me, and I love it so much. So I actually got to see the show on Sunday, and it was really amazing. It was so much fun. I wrote a blog post on my blog, which I will link to down below if you want to see pictures and read more. Afterwards, I got to meet some of the cast. I got to meet Paige Fowler, I think that's how you say her name, I'm not really sure, who played Ella. I also got to meet Andy Jones, who played Prince Topher, and Keisha Lewis, who played the fairy godmother, and I forgot the actor's name, but he played Jean Michel. They signed my playbill for me, and they also took pictures with me, so if you want to see more, go look at my blog. I'll link it down below, like I said. So anyways, lately I've been working on the mock-up for my 1871 dress. It's gone through quite a few different things right now. I'm still in the mock-up phases, trying to get the bodice mostly, and then I have the skirt mostly done. I've been trying to drape the aprons in the front and from the sides or back or whatever. I bought Truly Victorian 301 for the overskirt apron thingies or whatever they are, I'm not really sure. I'm hoping to get those soon so I can do the mock-up and see if that's what I want, which I think it is. I think that'll work really nice. Also, I realized that I needed another petticoat because the skirt's just a little too small for the early 1870s. So I also ordered Truly Victorian TV170, which is a petticoat pattern. It's actually a really cool pattern because it has a pattern for petticoats that will work from the 1870s up to the 1890s, which is really cool. So I'm going to try that out. I've seen lots of other costumers use that one, and it looks like a really great pattern, and I'm excited to be getting that one and to use that one. I really love Truly Victorian, their patterns. I've only used 2 of them so far, but they're really easy to understand, and the customer service is really great. They have a forum online that you can ask questions about if you have any problems with patterns or anything. And so if you're looking for historically accurate patterns, definitely go check out Truly Victorian. They're like the same price as commercial patterns too, so they're not overly expensive, and some of them are actually cheaper than commercial patterns. So definitely check that out. Okay, so here's where I'm at with the mock-up right now, and as you can see, I only have 1 sleeve on this. I was originally going to do 2, but I was having trouble with it, and because it's a mock-up, I don't really need 2 sleeves anyways. I have the skirt, which is just the same as before, and I put a waistband thingy here. Sort of a faux waistband for right now, but I originally was going to have the bodice sort of a V-line, sort of, I don't know what it's called, but I've decided not to do that after doing more research that wasn't really accurate for the early 1870s. So I have it temporarily just pinned up for right now. I didn't want to cut it yet just because I'm not entirely sure, so I just pinned it. And so you might notice I have these darts here, which you can see my lines here. I had to let these out like almost all the way because for some reason it was way too small, even though I did the measurements that I thought were correct for it, but for some reason they ended up being just too small, and so I had to let it out a ton on each of the darts. Also, you'll notice I have a V-neck line, which I am thinking about changing to more of a square neckline, something more like this, because I found in my research that was more common in the early 1870s than the V shape. Okay, so in the back here you can see I have my bodice pinned still, and also I have the waistband thingy here, but I also have this little tail thingy which I was just messing around with to try and get an idea, because I was looking at different fashion plates from the early 1870s and this sort of thing was popular. And I was playing around with it, and that's when I decided I was just going to go and buy a pattern for it, because it was just too much of a pain to draft myself, and I figure it was under 10 bucks for the pattern, so I figured that was a decent price to pay. And instead of taking all that time to figure that out. And here's the back of the bodice too. So I've also been working on Wiggy, which is my lace front wig. I just started calling her Wiggy when I was waiting for her to arrive, and I don't know. I decided to name my wigs. So yeah, this is Wiggy, also known as Christine because it's my Christine Daae wig. But I've been working on the hairline, as you can tell, and on the side here, the hair on the lace didn't go all the way down, so it left me with this big gap I have to fill in, which is taking a lot of time. But I think I'm about 1/3 of the way done. So yeah, it'll be worth it in the end, but it's just kind of a pain. But otherwise the hair didn't go all the way to my ears, and then that was just not gonna look right, so I had to do that. And after I get that done, I think I'm about done with this half of it. Pretty much, at least. So got my hairline here, and as you can see on this side, which I haven't done anything on, it's very straight and not very natural looking, which is very not good. Just sort of not what you want in a lace front wig. A lot of people don't really understand how lace wig is supposed to be used. They just cut the lace without even adding to it, and they think that they're cutting it to their hairline, which they're not. So people, do your research. I also did these test curl thingies a couple months ago. Yeah, on near the end of January. I think January 18th or 28th. I know there was an 8 in there. I don't remember which day specifically. This is one of the same wefts that I used to sew into my wig to make it longer, and I did these test curls. I wanted to test the best method for curling hair, and also I wanted to test how long the curls would stay. And as you can see, it's been like over 2 months, or no, a month and a half, and they're holding up. They're almost the same as when I first took them out. So synthetic hair definitely holds its curl really well. And this is from Ardo Wigs. This was one of their long wefts, which is $15 for a huge amount of it. So these are actually holding up really well. They've just sort of been shuffling throughout my room, just wherever. So that's really nice to know that they hold their curl for that long. We'll see how well my wig does when I'm actually wearing it though. That's it for today's update video. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great week everyone. Bye!